2024 has been a very interesting year for Samsung because not everything has really panned out for the better. We're still not enjoying the design chops of the company's introduction of Huey Lee, which is kind of the reason why your Galaxy S24 series looks a lot like last year and the year before. Great changes take time, but it seems that's been hitting the company's results. Sales of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 have dropped by about 10% compared to the Z Fold 5, which is sad because I believe the new Z Fold 6 is so much better than last year, and yet consumers don't seem to agree. People have clearly chosen to keep their wallets away from this update, given how even the Z Fold 5 and 4 were all improved iterations of the Z Fold 3. It's simply too hard for people to want to commit to paying more than the cost of a pro laptop for a phone every single year, and the drop in trade-in deals only made the premise worse. We do hear that Samsung is planning some interesting changes for 2025, but let's just say that some are good, some are not. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocket Now, and let's go through a deep dive on what to expect for the company's next batch of foldables and also a regular Galaxy S25. All right, so let's begin with the bad news because why not? At this point, you'd think the company has realized that they need to drop the price in order to make it more appealing to consumers, but it seems the big bosses up there know more than we do. See, Samsung has officially confirmed it has no plans to release a cheaper Galaxy Z Fold. After introducing the Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition in South Korea, a Samsung's electronics official clarified that rather than considering the Z Fold Special Edition as a premium product, it's a product released to expand on your options. You can choose according to your taste. As of now, we have no plans to release a separate product with a lower price, end quote. This means that anyone hoping for a low-cost book-style foldable from Samsung will need to either opt for an older Z Fold 5 or explore alternatives from other brands. The problem is that your options at a lower price point are quite limited. If you noticed, even OnePlus hasn't launched the second iteration of their Open, which did a great job at dropping the price while beating Samsung in a lot of features. Sadly, so long as Samsung continues to own this segment, your guess is as good as mine as to what needs to happen for the company to change its mind about how things should be and to be more aggressive in the process. Also, for those wondering when we're getting that special edition outside of South Korea, well, we don't know either. This is a really odd move for Samsung to leave its core markets out of the launch, and considering there's really not much different or special about this variant. Whatever the case may be, we'll see if the company shifts its approach later. Now let's switch to the good news, which is coming to the smaller sibling, the future Galaxy Z Flip. According to a new report from a Korean source, Samsung is planning to expand its lineup with 3 new devices in 2025, but don't worry, not all are flip phones. These include the Galaxy S25 Slim, which we'll discuss later, the Galaxy Z Flip FE, and the new variant of the Galaxy Z Fold 7, which will most likely be a special edition exclusive to some Asian markets, yet again. The information is backed by trusted sources like Max Jambor and others. Let's begin with that possible Galaxy Z Flip Fan Edition. I mean, this Z Flip lineup has been Samsung's most affordable option up until the price increased to $1099 this year with the release of the Z Flip 6. This hike puts it at a disadvantage compared to competitors like the Motorola Razr 2024, which was pretty great, and at $699, and then the Razr Plus, which was $1,000. And yeah, sure, fine, the Z Flip was a tad more superior, but not by much. Obviously, to make this an interesting competition, the idea of releasing a cheaper Z Flip like the rumored FE model would make a lot of sense. The only real way to democratize foldables and flip smartphones is with better prices in order to drive away consumer fears while they get to experience a new product approach to a phone. Not that I'm thinking that Motorola is anywhere close to making a dent in Samsung's market share, but it would be a smart move in order to solidify its position for a couple more years, as, let's be real, those Razrs were pretty great. If you're asking what's the catch with this fan edition, well, reports suggest that the Galaxy Z Flip FE will use the Exynos 2400 chip, which is a processor that was released in January of this year. I mean, it sounds current right now, but by the time the device launches, this chip will be at least a year old. This marks a shift from Samsung's usual strategy for its FE, as this would be an even further downgrade to what we see on other fan edition devices in the flat slab category, though yeah, not the tablets. While some might find the use of an older chip disappointing, it's likely that it was a more deliberate move to reduce the cost. This Exynos 2400 is still expected to perform well in 2025, and by keeping the cost down, Samsung could make foldables accessible to a wider audience. This aligns with their goal to expand the foldable market and increase adoption rates, though I seriously wonder why the company didn't just pick Dimensity instead, which is a far better performer even if it was launched last year, and I'm talking about the 9300. Now, moving away from the foldables, we also have details about a possible new member of the Galaxy S family. Recent rumors suggest that Apple may release an ultra-slim iPhone next year, possibly named the iPhone 17 Slim or iPhone 17 Air, so yeah, you bet Sammy is already working on an alternative. The company appears to be preparing a similar move with its Galaxy S25 lineup, with reports from Korea pretty much confirming that the company is working on an S25 Slim version. Now, what's interesting is that the rumors claim that it won't debut along with the standard S25, S25 Plus, and S25 Ultra, which are lately slated for early January 2025. Instead, the S25 Slim is expected to arrive later in the year, likely around April. I know, odd timing for this possible launch, but hey, it's the new thing, it seems. Now, the Galaxy S25 Slim is rumored to feature a 6.7-inch flat screen and a thinner body compared to the rest of the series. It's also expected to include a 200-megapixel main camera sensor that Samsung ISOCELL HP2, suggesting a strong focus on photography despite the compact design. And sadly, yeah, at this point, I wish the company took a break from that HP2 and offered something better. But hey, it is what it is. To conclude, what can I say? I mean, it seems Samsung is gearing up for a very different approach to its launches this following year. New reports have the Galaxy S25 devices launching so early that even CES looks late by comparison. Not exactly sure what the point is to be launching these devices so early, and for this to be such a trend in the industry year over year. Regardless, when it comes to its foldables, this still seems like a market that's up for grabs. Surely Samsung is the current champion that dominates, but we wonder for how long if people aren't really going crazy over these offerings. Whatever the case may be, this new strategy seems to be interesting, but not necessarily compelling, in my opinion. We'll see how things pan out as we get closer to all these possible launches. Let us know what you think about these possible updates in the comments down below, and while you're at it, follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You also follow me on my personal channels to see me want better and less expensive foldables more than ever. Like, seriously? Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.